Hi friends, and welcome back to Life of Beard YouTube channel, and we have another unboxing. It's all very exciting because it's Chaos Rising time. We have got the new set ready to unbox. This is the Pokémon Center ETB. As you can see, we've got a slightly, hopefully, newer and better setup. I keep saying that every time, but you know, I'm learning, finally putting that film degree to good use and making the best of the resources I have to hopefully bring you some cool unboxings. And today, like I said, Chaos Rising. So I've opened a few packs before we do this, and had a few products. Not massive success so far. I've had the 3-pack blister, so that's the promo, the Charmeleon. This is my biggest hit, the Dragalge. I was trying to learn the name for that. I think it's right, Dragalge. And then we've got a Matang. Illustration, that's quite nice. Pyro, Mega Pyro EX, Mega Dragalge EX, Cobalion EX, and a Beedrill EX. So this is from 17 packs, all of which, bar the Beedrill, was from a Pokémon Center ETB. Not particularly great in my opinion, but we are going to hopefully find some hits in this ETB. Hopefully. I don't mind if the first one was a bit shy. Usually the one I do on YouTube isn't too bad, so if I can actually get into it, even though I pre-scored this bloody thing. So yeah, let me know what you think of this set. We will do a set review for this. I have said that a lot, but we're sort of behind on the other stuff, so I probably won't do sets for that as I crack my mic. Sorry for that. I do like to go through the booklet, but I think, you know, let's go through the booklet because we've got a little bit of time. So it's a small set. I kind of like the smaller sets they're doing at the moment. I'm a big fan of that, and like having sort of lesser big hits in a way. I mean, the big hits obviously are big. So what we're talking the Grey Ninja, aren't we? And the gold Grey Ninja. But for me, it's all about the Mega Dragalge EX. That's probably my chase card at the moment. The Roxy's performance, that's pretty good. As for IRs, it's definitely, where is it? The Xernesis. Everyone seems to be going for that. I'm okay about the Ampharos, but if I get it, I won't complain. The Claydol is really nice. We like that. The Siligo, my boy, Siligo, definitely like that. And the Taurus. Everyone's all about the Watchog as well. Not too fussed. I quite like the Gilgeist. That's quite a nice full art. What have they got? No, they don't. Never mind. Yeah, so not a bad set. Like I said, I like them being a bit smaller, a bit more compact. They remind me more of like Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and having that sort of big hit and having sort of a sort of nice range. And it's one of those ones, it won't stop demand, but still, it's one of those ones where, you know, it's easier to collect. I like to get the base set. So when I say base set, so from the start of the commons, the EXs, the holos, right up until the basic trainers, and they've got these, obviously, these cool holo energies, which I really like. So I try and get a base set of all of those, and I try and collect, and then anything else is sort of a bonus, really. Anyway, let's get into this and see what is what. So, bosh, we have our 11 packs, obviously. Then we've got the cool Fennekin promo. I'm not a massive fan of Fennekin. Don't hate it, don't love it. But I know a lot of people do. So that's a spare one. So hopefully that will be going on Vinted. Check that out in the comments. The Froakie coin, kind of like that. That's kind of funky. I like the sort of like shiny bubbles. Looks pretty cute. Obviously, we have our energy brick, which no one really cares about. And then we have the sleeves. I actually like these. I like these Pokemon Center ones. I think they're exactly the same as the thingy ones. I was going to try and find them if I haven't hand, which I do for once. Oh, they're exactly the same, but I kind of like the difference because the Pokemon Center has got, I don't know if that's a pink. I'm colorblind, friends, so you know, cut me some slack. Compared to the regular ETP, which is more blue, but I like this extra coloring on there, so that's sort of consistent through the sleeves. So, like I said, my luck hasn't been too amazing so far, but we're hoping that will change. We'll see what happens, friends. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. As per usual, we've got our sleeves because we always stay protected, friends. Stay safe out there, kids, you know, whatever you're doing. And let's get into it, shall we? So, and thingy card, TCG card, energy card, and the switch. So we've got Patrat, Scarelp, Cordillion, I need that, Phantom, Ninetales, we've got Advisory Policy, Deoxys, we've got Reverse Hollow Claydol, a Reverse Hollow Patrat, and a Delphox, which I actually need, so that's actually quite helpful. I'm just going to adjust my microphone, so apologies, because it's sort of hitting me as I'm trying to undo my packs. So yeah, like I said, always a constant professional, trying to upgrade my setup to make it look as good as possible or as cheap as possible, because we ain't millionaires over here. We're doing our best though, friends. I hope you're enjoying the content. If not, I apologize. I appreciate you. I say apologize. I appreciate you coming by nonetheless. But we try and have fun and chill pack openings here. Garbodor, got a Taurus, Reverse Hollow Trevenant, Crobat Reverse Hollow, and a Crobat Regular. So what I will do, because I've completely forgot to do so far, is I'll show you some of the artwork that I like as well, because I know a lot of people will be opening the set and know what the artwork's like, but we're trying to be a bit more professional, like I said, and show off things a bit more clearly for people, so we're not rushing through it and getting straight to the hits. I hate it when people cut straight to the hits. I like that little bit of build up. And plus I like the commons. Again, it's one of those sets where it's a smaller set and there's some really nice common cards in here, rather opposed to the regular sort of, you know, IRs and special illustrations and stuff. But we've got Braxian, we've got a very cute Mareep, Donphan. We've got Wormpod, that's a nice card. Great Hornet, Metagross, Roxy's Performance, another Metagross, a Metatang, and we got a Mega Pyroar. So that's the second Mega Pyroar. First hit of the ETB. Not bad, not great, but we'll see. I think it was 5 hits in my last ETB, which is sort of average-ish. I'm hoping for something a little bit better. Weedle, it's a very nice little Weedle, so if any of the Weedle collectors out there. Another Baraxian. Froakie, that's a very cute Froakie as well, I like that. Ferroseed, Deoxys, there's quite a lot of Deoxys variants in this, and I mean, unless they're going to be playable, I'm not entirely sure on that front. I haven't checked into it much in this set, but very underrated Pokemon, Deoxys. Florid, Ninetales, we got Philippe, we got Prison Tower, and we have an Ampharos. That's a very cute. I think in some ways I actually prefer that compared to the IR, but that's probably just me, isn't it? Because I'm a weirdo. I like common cards and simple stuff, you know, probably because it's easier to get hold of. But hey, that's me. That's part of the bid of us. It's part of my charm. At least I think so. We've got Grass Energy, and we've got my boy Trubbish. I was very happy that there was another Trubbish in this set, and it is a cute one, so that's nice. Fennekin, that's a cute card as well. Pumpkaboo, a lot of cute cards in this set. Carnivine, I can deal without. Glossopod, probably one of my favourites of underrated Pokemon as well. Like, I always forget about it, and then when I look at it, I'm like, that is actually pretty cool. Claydol, Reverse Hollow Pumpkaboo, Reverse Hollow Keldeo. And we got a Tool Scraper. We always get the full art items and stuff like that, but that is pretty cool. That's not too bad. We'll take that anyway, friends. As we go on to pack number 5. Pack number 5. Yeah, let me know how this set is treating you. I didn't actually buy as much stuff. I usually buy the maximum I can from the Pokémon Center. I'm usually very lucky with the drops, because I am that sad person who will be constantly on watch for it, and managed to get, but I didn't actually go the full hog this time. I got the 2 ETBs, 2 booster bundles, and I didn't get the booster box, which I'm kind of sad of now, but I'm also kind of glad. Oh, Reverse Hollow Trubbish, yes, we need that. That's definitely going in the Trubbish what's the word, collection, Trubbish collection. Trubbish collection. That was a inadvertent rubbish joke there for all the dads out there. Even though I'm not a dad, but you know, I appreciate a dad joke. What was I saying? I can't even remember what I was saying now. Anyway, it will come back to me. The undiagnosed ADHD in me will come back to that at a moment. But yeah, fire energy. Oh, that's what I was saying. There we go. The fact that I didn't go for the full allocation. I didn't know what I was gonna. Everyone was so hyped about the Grey Ninja. I wasn't, because I haven't really been able to touch like the mega SARs. I've been getting quite a few of them. As we get more, we've got Taurus, yes. So this is one I definitely wanted. So that is a very good result. Getting interrupted yet again by myself for a good pull. But let's have a look at that. That's very cool. We'll take that as we get the Caldio as well. Nice. But yeah, these sort of sets, like, because they're smaller, they're perfect for buying singles. Like the Taurus, that would be one that I'd probably buy for singles. And I might start sort of turning towards a bit more, instead of buying so much product on release day or getting it delivered. Like I said, I rely heavily on online, because I'm not lining up for scalpers anymore, and for queues and stuff. I can't be asked to deal with all that noise. Luckily, Pokemon Center has been good to me. Magic Madhouse, Hills Cards, Amazon invites have been pretty good to me. So yeah, but again, I want to get enough product so we can actually do some openings. So yeah, we've got a few in the docket, so don't worry about that, friends. As we get metal energy, I need the water energy one. So we've got 3 packs left, and we're sort of failing here, friends, unless we can get some big hits to come through now. As I said, I'm not a big chaser in SRs. I've had some luck in some sets, like Perfect Order was pretty good, Mega Evolutions was pretty good. Ascended Heroes not too bad, but I've not had like any sort of sniff at any golds or like the Charizards or anything like that. So like I'm sort of leaning towards doing more singles, but like I said, you know, gotta be there for the content. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm going to try and do a set review a bit more often. As we get a Crocodile, that's quite cool. So that's another hit. We'll take that. Yeah, I'm going to definitely do a set review, and I'm actually going to stick to it this time. Ascended Heroes was going to be the plan, but it's one of those ones, because it was such a staggered release, and I sort of got overwhelmed with Perfect Order in the middle. Sort of didn't really happen, but we'll be getting more content out. Don't worry about that, friends, and hopefully more vlogs as well, because I've got myself a nice fancy camera, as you can see. So this is actually a more for like a vlogging style, but for the type of openings, I thought it actually might work better, and it's doing quite well so far. Anyway, penultimate pack, Mogler, a nice little bowl toy. We got a Taurus, another Deoxys, the Floret. We got a reverse hollow Chespin and a reverse hollow Kakuna, and we got a Jumbo Ice Cream, which is actually pretty relevant at the moment. A lot of people have been saying this because there's a sort of heat wave coming to the UK, or has been, or is in the process of, as of this filming. That's actually really nice. I like the sort of like, I'm not a massive fan of like having the items as a full art, but then they actually look really good, so I am a fan. So, you know, take that for what it is, then, the hypocrisy. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Not too bad. Let's see if we can get a sixth. A nice sixth. A nice illustration rare. Another illustration rare would be pretty good right now, just to top this off. As we get a dark energy, what are we going to get, friends? Are we going to get anything? We get the Mareep, the Fennekin, Boltoy, Matang, Floret, Metagross, Ninetales, reverse hollow Frogadier, that's nice, a reverse hollow Patrat, and just a Delphox. A little bit disappointing, but not too terrible, friends, not too terrible. I am going to pause this, we'll come back, we'll look at the hits. See you in a second, friends. And we are back, friends, from the openings. So I've got everything sleeved up, and I got picked out a few of the common cards which I did sort of comment on, but some of my favourites. So obviously we've got the Weedle promo. I wish there was a Weedle promo. The Fennekin promo, very nice. We've got the Weedle, the common Weedle, very nice. Is this a Sao? It is a Sao, so that's probably why I like it. I do like Sao cards. We've got Froakie. I do enjoy this card. It's a nice little card. I don't know, it's just I think it's the colours on it. Obviously my boy Trubbish, one of sort of my one of my sort of chases, so that's always good to get him. We've got Leo. I like the sort of bolder, darker colours on this, so the outlines. Very cute card, Leo in a tree. And then these are the hits. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the end out of 11 pack. Not particularly great. I'm finding hit rate is sort of under 50%. Perfect Order was over 50%. So we got a Mega Pyro. It's a very nice Mega. I mean, I kind of like it. I don't like the main as much, but it's not too terrible. But I've already got that, so that's probably sucks more anyway. Crocodile, I need that, so that's pretty good. That'll go towards the base set. Tool Scraper and Jumbo Ice Creams full arts, not too bad. Again, I like the newer full arts. They've actually done a really good job on these, so that's happy. And then the Taurus, so one of my chases. So at least we got a Trubbish and a Taurus, so that is not too bad. We will definitely take that. Let's see if I can get a better look at that. I'm trying not to have too much lighting so we don't get too much glare on the cards. I think I've done a good job. But anyway, that is that, friends. I'll be back with another video. Stay tuned. We have more Chaos Rising in the works. So if you're liking the content, appreciate a like, comment, follow, subscribe as we try and build the Beardverse and build an awesome community of people. And I'll see you in the next one, friends. Have a good rest of your day. Peace and love, everyone. Bye now. Bye.